today.
Hey, Rudy here, 18th of December. Welcome to the Daily Ninja Show. So we start off with the tank. So he was off already 0.5% today. Woodside taking another dip down, and the gold stocks coming off a bit. But all in all, he's still been a tank. So VAS, our share market, got a daily. So trying to have a bounce, but it's not going to have a bounce until the financial index XFJ gets a giddy up. So not just yet. Our tech sector is still coming down. Might be some good buying in the tech sector soon. Okay, S&P 500. Okay, so we're off just over 1%. I still think the boys will want to get their bonus. And while ever we're above the 20-week here, there's really nothing to panic. It's only when you get times like this, big red candles. If you got a big red candle through there, then you'd start to panic a bit. But I still think the Christmas rally is on the cards. Nasdaq, again, still coming back to the 20 support there. Okay, gold, US dollars gold, just banging on that resistance there. It's eventually going to break through. If we look at the, haven't looked at him for a while, or her, the Dixie, the US dollar, against the basket of currencies. So you can see it's got this big, big long-term upward channel there, which, as you know, is bearish when broken, but it hasn't broken yet. So, yep, so it is on a downward decline in the short term. Aussie dollar gold looks fine. Our gold index, so we're just waiting for that USD gold price to break. If we look at miners ETF, go to a weekly chart. So same, waiting for that USD. GDX, same. Newmont, the ASX version, same. Our big boy Northern Star, same. GDXJ, same. Everyone's waiting. Evolution, same. In terms of standout performers of the ASX, BGL gets a clap. OBM, so who cares? They're expensive, but who cares? Then we had some developers, AUC getting on with it, and Challenger getting on with it. They were the star performers from our gold stocks. Copper, Dr. Copper. So copper price still holding above support there. Wire still at the highs. So some of the big boys in there. So Freeport, Anto, Southern Copper. Everyone's hanging at their highs, aren't they? So our local big boys, they're in the wire ETF. So BHP. So he's, yeah, I thought he might find support around here. So he looks like he's had enough rest. He's got a bit of effort to get through there. Sandfire, it's getting ready. Capstone, okay, having a bit of a pullback. That's probably good buying around here. DVP, yeah, that's definitely a buy. COPJ, so again hanging at the highs. So some of our boys, that are in CopJ as well. So I think he's upgraded from these buys, so let's give him another tick. AIS, that buy still exists. 29M. Okay, well he probably can give him another one if he didn't get him here. CVV, he's probably moved to the next level, so you need to, if you missed him down there. CY5, well, it's still a buy. He hasn't moved to the next level, but he's still a buy. Hot Chili, he deserves another buy. If you're going to get him, he's actually the cheapest by market cap to resource. So yeah, and PSC, well, he's still on his buy. So they're all looking not too bad, as opposed to his cousins. Although the good news, uranium spot price is, well, I thought that 75 would hold because that's the floor price utilities have in their contracts. But it doesn't flow through to the uranium stocks, but the URNM. It's the only ETF that I haven't got into new highs yet. Apologies if you've bought these. Anyway, maybe this is an area of support. Kamiko, looks like he wants to come down here. Kaza looks like he's at some support, so that's good news. The Sput, well, that should get a little bit of a bid because it's the spot price. URNJ, geez, eh? So the big holding there is UEC. Jeez. Yes. So our boys, Palladium, well, at least he's hanging on to some support there. As opposed for this fella, Boss. So I did give out the tip that I got from my mate Dylan, a new sub, who shared with us that they might be coming out with some bad news. And he said they're going from Boss into Bannerman. So they did come out with some bad news, that all their assumptions they used in upgrading their resource or getting the show on the road was a bit bullish. It seems to be an issue with the mixers. A lot of companies having issues with the cake mix, what they think they're mining. Anyway, yep. Bannerman, go to a weekly chart so you can get a bit. That was a bit early. All right, well, he looks like he might want to come back again. Deep yellow looks, geez, it's just across the board. Oh well, you get that. Rare earths, okay. How's Linus going? So REMX looks fine. Linus, have we made a bottom yet? Well, we're holding that support line there. So we're just waiting for a bit of green, a green candle. MP, that's right on support too. Aluka, oh, Aluka got a bit of green, still too early if you haven't got him and you want to buy him. Okay, take your medicine, boys. Lithium. So apparently JP Morgan came out the other day bullish on lithium. They obviously got set before they say stuff like that. Lit P consolidating. So Pilbara consolidating. Gang Feng doesn't look too bad. SQM still holding above support. IGO struggling to get through that resistance. And Liontown, that's right, just chilling. ELV consolidating at the highs, that's fine. AGY, that's probably one who's now moved to the next level. If you haven't got him, you didn't get him down there. CXO, that still is a buy. GL1 needs to do a bit more. GLN, well, he looks like he's done enough consolidating, so you have to give him a tick. LKE, well, let's just see if he consolidates for a little bit more. And our friend Vol, Mr. Dilution, double dilution man, lots of volume. Stay away. Okay. Oil. Are we back? Go to a daily chart. So we can see here, this is a pretty critical support line. Okay, so we had a bounce last night. So we'll just sneak a bit at the 1 hour chart, shall we? Okay, so we got beaten down a few hours ago. Alright, well, it's not confirmed the bottom's in, the trend's still down, but it's promising. Natural gas, so it looks like it's found a bit of support here, so just do a bit of that, would be nice. But as for the big fella, geez, bit of capitulation going on here. Big volume day today. The kitchen's too hot for some people. So, well, again, you got to still wait for a green update. Can't help but to think he's coming back down here again. It's frustrating when you buy it here and then it comes back. Anyway, the good news is every time he comes lower, the dividend goes up. So don't dive in just yet. Fuel ETF. Well, I reckon he probably, that was the original, he probably around these levels you'd have to have a go. And the same with Mr. XOP. This is my chosen one for US ETFs. An ETF of Woodsides with a lovely double handled cup. Okay. Okay, we've got some others today. So iron ore. Iron ore looks like it's got a bit of a floor price action going there. And we've got a bit of a triangle going on. So this is, he's in the tank, but I haven't put him in here as an individual, but 5.5%, there's a number of div stocks I've got today. So DR at 5.5% div, they're basically a royalty, BHP's iron ore royalty. FMG, he if you haven't got him and you want to get him, now would be a good time. MGX filled the gap. CIA, FX is coming back. Caesar, that still buyer would exist. And Rio, actually, if you haven't got Rio, so these are for like people who can buy stuff in their Oz Super Fund ideas. Tin. Okay, so tin price going up. So we got ELT, so that's an old buy. I'd wait for a bit of a break. MLX, if you haven't got him yet, he's probably worth another go. He's got that magic 100. Sky, SRZ. Okay, then we've got a bit of manganese. So manganese price, we're sort of pretty low, but this guy here, JMS, he's another dividend, 6% divvy. It's sort of basically a royalty too. They don't do anything. They just own a share in a manganese mine. So that's a nice steady div. Geez, eh? Platinum, palladium, my God. That is bullish, isn't it? So Zim and Pod are the only real stocks we've got to play that. The food ETF, so I mentioned that the other day, that still looks good to go. And RFF, so that's another 6% div stock. Horizon, so that's another divvy stock. I'll give him a go. APA, he's come back to support again, so let's go him again. Another divvy stock. ALX, that's the global toll roads, etc. 8% div, 8.1. So a number of nice little divs, and I think, oh yeah, there's Lindsay Australia, so 5.5, still holding up there. Oh, this isn't a div one, it's just a good solid defence, a bit of defence play. And this guy here, the other day we had him, finally broken out of that declining wedge. Metal Powder Works, specialty manufacturing, a bit of defence stuff in there. Okay, so the girlfriend. So I was got a bit excited last night. We haven't got to Silver yet. Anyway, silver price still looks like a rocket. The 1 hour chart. So we're still doing really well. So there's no scary times. Zinc. So zinc's coming back to support. Lead, maybe trying to find support. So ETP Mag up. So Silj, just maybe the US share market shares brought it down. Anyway, patience, Rudy. Gold, we've already done that. So Heckler, just waiting. AG, First Majestic, waiting. Endeavour, waiting. And AR, waiting. So that flows through to XMet. So that's your copper and silver miners basically. Waiting, everyone's waiting at the top, aren't they? South 32, I think if you haven't got him. He's probably at this buy now. Okay, so a quick run through our silvers. So Poly, BHM, and so those two are actually producing My Kitchen Rules. They start next year. There's a whole big lot of selling sitting there. IVR punching its head up above resistance there. That's positive. SVL chilling. AVM chilling. AQI is going to, I'd say, take profits. ASL chilling. West Coast Eagles. That still looks fine. SS1 chilling. USL and MMA. All right. So maybe tonight's the night for Silj. Let's see. Otherwise, have a good one.